All right, hello and welcome to another session of Fit Essentials. My name is Shauna. I'll be guiding you through class. We're going to start down on the floor, and if you have like the short TheraBands, we're going to be utilizing those early on here in this session. So we'll go ahead and start with our breathing. You can either do it standing, or if you want to join me on the floor, I'm going to do it from a kneeling position. All right, so if you were here on Tuesday, it's going to be a similar pattern to that. We're going to go 3 cycles with the hands on the low back, and then we'll go 3 cycles with the hands behind the head. So when you're ready, you're going to think about breathing in, engaging the glutes, lifting through the chest, looking up, and then on the exhale, you're going to tuck forward, chin to the chest, pull the belly button in, round down. So not a huge range of motion, just nice and subtle here. Breathe in, roll the shoulders back, peer up, firing the glutes, and rounding forward on the exhale. Chin down to the chest. One more time here. Roll those shoulders back, squeeze the bum as you gently arch back, and exhale, bring it down and in. Very good. If there's no discomfort in the low back with the hands supporting, we can now move the hands behind the head. Similar idea from there. I'm going to start on the exhale, curling down and in. Elbows come forward, head tucks down. Pause the bottom of the exhale. And then when you're ready, nice deep breath, lifting, opening, divide the elbows and arms. Good, we'll go twice more there. Exhale, tuck under. Inhale, up and open. Final time. Roll those shoulders back, lift the chest, and go ahead and rest it on down. All right, fantastic. We're gonna go ahead and go into our first circuit right away. So if you wanna come on down, I'm gonna get your low bands or short bands, not a whole lot of resistance. We're gonna be doing 3 different glute and midline activation exercises with the band if you have it, and if you don't, you'll still get some benefit. All right, we're gonna be going 30 seconds on each side for 3 different movements, but we'll do both sides of the body before we switch. So go ahead and come onto your side. We're gonna be starting with our banded side plank clamshell. You're gonna bring the elbow right underneath the shoulders. For the banded versions of the side plank clamshells, I bring my feet together. Okay, I'm gonna come up onto my knees, and now we're just lifting the top leg up and closing it down. Lifting it open and closing it down. So ready, and 2, 1, here we go. Up and open. Hold those hips high the whole time, and feet stay connected. A little bit different variation that I do with the band than without. And down. Good, nice and controlled here. Solid. 10 more seconds. Check in with the head position as well. Chin pulled in, nice and level. And 2, 1, and rest. Good job. We're going to simply spin it around. Same thing other side. Elbow underneath the shoulder. And 2, 1, here we go. Coming on up. Feet together, just lifting that top knee. Bringing it down. Nice. There you go. Halfway through. Just nice gentle breathing. Trying to have most of your breathing in and out the nose, or at least try to breathe in through the nose and then maybe gently out through the mouth. And rest. Fantastic. From here, we're going to come on to all fours. Take a nice big handprint, support through the wrist. Shin pulled in, and we're going to go into our our fire hydrants. So when you're ready, you're going to start with our, first leg. So that's going to be my left side, right side. 2, 1, and here we go. Driving out and controlling in. Not trying to force anything, just lifting and lowering. Good. Got some squats in today's second session. Get some good stabilizers moving for that. Good. One more. And go ahead and rest. Good job. Same thing other side. And 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Lift it up, controlling in. Just holding that midline nice and neutral, chin in. Drive and lower. Good. Drive and lower. Fantastic. Almost there. 10 more seconds. Down, up, and rest. All right, go ahead and come off the hands for just a second. Shake them out. When we go back down, we're going to come onto the forearms. When we come onto the forearms, one knee is going to be on the ground, and then I'm going to start with the right leg. I'm going to extend it straight out, midline strong, and you're just going to lift the leg straight up. Toe points down throughout. Good, and here we go. Straight up and down. You have to really watch. You can see where I'm tending to want to arch the back, so keep that midline in. Squeeze the bum and control down. Fantastic. Drive up. Straight up. Nice long lines here. Think about like extending out that back leg. And go ahead and pull that knee in. Same thing, opposite side. So turn the toe under the leg you just worked. Extend that opposite leg. And here we go. Straight up and down. Good. Looks great. Toes pointing down towards the floor. Making sure you're not rotating that hip out. Nice. Halfway through. As we move through here, just trying to focus on getting more and more of those tissues to fire. As you extend, squeeze the glutes and rest. All right, fantastic. Go ahead and roll it around. Coming back to the first. I'm going to change it up just a little bit though. I was just feeling that first and second one are pretty similar. So we're going to work the inner thighs a little bit on this round. You're still going to have a similar setup. Come on to the elbow. You're going to take your top leg, bend it forward, and we're going to be working our inner thigh on this second set. So change it up just a little bit. Whenever you're ready, you're going to have the bottom foot toe pointing straight ahead, and then we're going to lift it straight up and control it down. So the band's really not at play here, but it's all right to just hang out there as we work this one straight up, controlling down. Nice. Small muscles of the inner thigh. Halfway through. One more. Up, down, and then swing it around. Second time, second leg. Or actually, this is the first time on this exercise, but round 2. Top leg crosses over, toe points straight ahead, and here we go. Up and down. Nice. Happy for some shade today. We're having some really warm weather. Kicking it off, getting ready for Memorial Day weekend here in Colorado. Thankfully, I don't have anything major planned. Sometimes it's good just to stay at home. And one more time, up and rest. Fantastic. Coming back to all fours for our fire hydrants. Spread those fingers out, knees under the hips, and pick the side you want to start with, driving it straight out and away and bringing it in. Good. Keep an eye on that upper body posture. I know I tend to kind of start to lose myself forward towards the ground. So think about pulling the chin in. You can gently activate the front of the neck to help support that posture. Halfway through. Very good. Let's get a couple more there. Up, down, last one. And switch. Good job. Let's come off the wrist for just a moment. Shake them out real quick. And we'll come right back down for that second leg. All right, back into position. Square those hips, and here we go. Second round, second side. Straight up and down. Excellent. Let's get 2 more. Up, down, last one. and come off the hands. All right, we're going to come back onto the forearms, doing that 3-point hip extension here. So we're going to come onto those forearms. The leg you're going to start with, that leg's going to extend out. Opposite one, staying on the knee. 2, 1. Here we go. Lifting up, squeezing the bum. Toe points straight down, or you could point it away from you if you'd like. Just make sure that your hip's not rotating out and away. So I like to, if I think about pointing it straight down, it just helps me kind of check in with how that hip is angled. Halfway through. Easy to pick that leg up and down, so you got to really put that mental effort into it, thinking about those different muscle fibers deep in the glute, trying to get them to wake up and fire. Squeeze and relax. Good job. Same thing other side. Walk that knee out, in, extend the other. 2, 1, here we go. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Awesome. Staying focused, straight up and down. Very good. Last one. Squeeze and relax. All right, fantastic. I'm just going to take you back to the inner thigh one, since we only did that version once, and then we'll do a couple stretches before we jump up to our feet. So pick the side you want to start on. Hey, you can take the band off for this inner thigh one. Elbow underneath the shoulder. Top leg comes over in front. And 2, 1, here we go. Up and down. Nice. So I always write training outline on the workout page, because oftentimes I like to just make changes as we go through, whatever makes sense with how it's flowing. Very good. 10 seconds. I always find it amazing how sometimes we can do these major movements, rest there, and then it'll sometimes be these little accessory movements that I'll feel the most soreness from in days following. Working the muscles that you don't often work, or at least in a different way. And here we go, last time. Take some patience to do these little muscle groups. That's been one of the best things for my own training over the last year, is basically putting in between 4 and 6 hours a week of different accessory training, a lot different than I would if I was just on my own in the gym. So I'm grateful for these classes in that regard. And 2, 1, and rest. All right, fantastic. We're gonna take that into a stretch here before we come up to our feet. So let's go ahead. You can either lie back or you can sit to start. We're gonna windshield wiper our hips. I'm gonna walk the feet out and then just gently walk, drop the knees to one side, up and across. Same thing to the other side. Not trying to force, just inviting those hips to open, rotating them in side to side. A couple more each way. Very good. From there, if you are on your arms, go ahead and take it onto your back. Set those shoulders back and down. We'll just start by hugging those legs into the chest here and gently rocking side to side, double knee to chest. Good. Everything's loose there. Arms out to the side, knees at 90 degrees, the legs together, 2 knee twists, dropping the legs down, looking across, and then sweeping up and across. Same thing other side. Drop the leg over, turn the head. Good. Let's go about once more each side. Over and across. Over and back. Fantastic. All right, feet flat, knees bent. We're gonna do a couple of some glute bridges, bridge raises here, and we're gonna add the reach after we warm it up. So you're gonna roll the hips back, push through the heels, gently get that first bridge in. Glutes are probably pretty warm, but first time really opening the front of the hips, lengthening out those hip flexors. Let's get 1 or 2 more here, just a standard, up and down. And then when you're ready, if you want to add that reach, you're going to come into the bridge first, and then I'll start by pushing through my right heel, and I'm going to take my right hand and reach over that left shoulder. Very nice. And I bring my hips all the way down to the floor in between, and I switch arms. Driving through the left heel, you want to extend that hip as you reach across, and then come down and in. And I am using kind of my arm of that non-reaching side to push into the ground a little bit as well. Support that reach. Very good. Down. Let's get about 2 to 3 on each side. Up and across, reaching. Nice. Again. There you go. And balance it out. And down. Fantastic. From there, we're going to roll onto the side for quad stretch. Elbow under the shoulder, grab that foot, pulling it back. And bring that heel into the glute. All right, we're going to be doing 4 rounds coming up next. A waiter squat and our elbowing row. Elbowing row is typically a little bit lighter weights, and that's going to be the one where you're focused on that like 90-degree angle from that side position. I'll show it when we're on our feet as well. Relax there, swing it around. So we'll do a waiter squat. That means we're going to hold the weight in one arm. So for example, we'll start on the left arm, 30 seconds of a waiter squat. Come on down, 30 seconds of an elbowing row in the left arm. And then we repeat, same thing on the opposite side. Right arm waiter squat, right arm elbowing row. We did some overhead work in sessions yesterday, but if anybody did or would like some more overhead work, if you weren't here yesterday, go ahead and relax there. You're welcome to turn that waiter squat into a thruster if you'd like. A little extra challenge there. All right, let's go ahead and get a little stretch on those forearms. Fingers turn in, leaning back. Loosen those guys up. And we'll take it into down dog and make our way up to our feet. Very nice. Shake them out. Roll them around. Anything else that you want to do? If you have any kind of favorite wrist positions that feel good for you when we're stretching there. Otherwise, I'll place the hands back into my shoulders, drive those hips up in the air. Start by focusing on the mid back. So I lengthen through my hips, gently pulse the head between the arms. You feel like you get some opening there. Then we'll give some attention to the heels. Walking the calves out, dropping one heel down and the other. Very good. Fantastic. All righty, when you're ready, walk the feet in, walk the hands in. Go ahead and make your way up to standing. Grab a little drink of water on your way up. All right, we're just gonna do a little bit from our feet. One second here. All right, so once you're on up to your feet, let's go ahead and kind of move this out of the way. We're gonna go behind the back stretch next. So interlace the hands behind you, open the chest, root down into those legs, send those hips back and pull those arms up to overhead. Nice deep breath. Good way to get the blood back into the head in case it wasn't there before. And then when you're ready, tuck those hips under, make your way up. Ooh. Shake it out, roll those shoulders back and down. Very good. Go ahead and circle those hips around. Nice. Same thing other way. All right, fantastic. Now let's warm up that squat. So bring the feet in just a little bit, slight toe out. I'm gonna reach the arms out as I send my hips back. And if you're pretty comfortable at the bottom of the squat, we're gonna bring those elbows in, hands in kind of almost a prayer position. I'm gonna drive my elbows on the inside of the knees, driving those knees wide, pulling that chest tall. Breathe here. Make sure you're engaged. You're not just like slouch into the bottom. So active squat. Good. And 2, 1. If you can, reach out. Push through your legs and pull on up. All right, fantastic. Grab another drink if you have it nearby. And being that we've got 4 rounds, we're just gonna be nice and gradual on the first round, kind of using that as a warm up. So you can either hold a light weight to start, or you could also start your first round without any weights, whatever you prefer. I'm gonna recommend you start in your right, but I'm assuming that might be your non-dominant side if you're in your left. If you find that you're stronger on your left and you'd rather start in your right, I recommend starting that non-dominant side just so you have that mental brain power to focus in towards it. All right, we're gonna start here in 5 seconds. If you're not quite sure, join us when you're ready. 2, 1, and begin. Reaching that non-working arm out, invite that chest to stay tall. Nice, smooth breathing. Very good. It's gonna be a total of 4 minutes of squatting today. We've got 4 rounds, 30 seconds on each arm. So just depending upon the volume you're accustomed to, you don't have to do all 4 rounds. You could go every other round or rest even after 3, 2, 1, and rest there. Good job. And we're coming into that elbowing row next. So for the elbowing row, it's going to be elbow wide instead of back and in. Usually a little bit lighter than you would normally use. 3, 2, 1, here we go. So imagine I'm standing beside you and you want to just give me a nice friendly little elbow. Like, hey, get out of my space. Elbow wide. Nice. Reach it forward. Once you know the movement, chin in, looking straight down towards the floor. Making sure that front foot firmly planted through the heel. Good. Fantastic. And just depending upon your weight selection, if you don't have a light enough weight for this to feel comfortable for your shoulder, you can always pull that elbow into the side. It'll be a little bit easier. You can go a little bit heavier with it close and rest. Very good. Now we'll go to the opposite side of the body. So if you were on your left, now you'll go to your right, starting back with a squat. Set the feet, and 2, 1, here we go. Nice. Heels planted, chest tall. Very rhythmic. Just a little focus on that front arm that's holding that weight. Think about raising that elbow up as you lower. So if the elbow drops down, we tend to lose the chest posture. So elbow up. Good. And rest and rotate. Fantastic. Elbowing row, same side of the body. And come into position. 2, 1, here we go. Reaching forward and nice and wide. Good, looks great. Chin in, looking straight down. And as always, if you want to kind of challenge yourself a little bit, but maybe you don't have the weight variety to challenge yourself, you can add a pause. So I just momentarily pause the top and then reach forward. 2, 1, and rest. All right, fantastic. We'll take 30 seconds in between rounds. Grab a little drink, make any changes with weights that you'd like. We're gonna do that 3 more times. Just depending upon your energy, your fitness, you can look to hold that pace throughout. You can move a little bit faster if you'd like. Make that choice for you. All right, 10 seconds. Set the feet, mostly hip width apart, just a very gentle toe out. And 3, 2, 1, here we go. Set 2. Breathing and moving. Wonderful. Good job. You keep moving. I guess I didn't turn my screensaver off. Keep going. 10 seconds. And 3, 2, 1, rest and rotate. Good. Elbowing row, same side of the body. And 2, 1, and go. Elbowing row. Sorry, I went into low power mode here. I can't keep my screen on when that's doing that. That's it, 10 seconds in. All right, now we're back in action. Good, 10 seconds left. Looks great. Keep driving that elbow wide. And 3, 2, 1, rest and rotate. Great job. Coming to the opposite side of the body. Second set of set 2. Set the feet. And 3, 2, 1, here we go. Wonderful. Have that consistent rhythm without a significant bounce in the bottom. Just kind of moving with control. And depending upon the focus, sometimes people do train themselves to have a bounce at the bottom. It's common for Olympic weightlifters, but we're just focused on overall fitness. Focus more on control and stability through the joints. 2, 1, and rotate. Excellent. Elbowing row on that side. Second half of set 2. And 2, 1, begin. Chin and head neutral. Awesome. Get that full movement through the shoulder blade. So I gently let it reach forward in the bottom and then retract it back and in. Reaching up and in. Fantastic. Nice consistent sets. And 2, 1, and rest. Good job. That's our 30-second rest break. Into set 2. Grab some hydration. We'll be back for set 3. Here comes the sunshine. Creeping in. All right, everybody, going in 10 seconds for set 3. Back to your non-dominant arm. Set the feet, eyes up, and 2, 1, here we go. Good control. Awesome. Remember to keep an eye on that elbow position. So as you start to get fatigued, still focus on those postures. Elbow points up and forward. So you're gonna feel that shoulder lift up. Shoulder blade kind of elevates up and forward to hold that position. Wonderful. Last one, and rotate. Awesome. All right, back to the elbowing row, same side. Step it out, and here we go. And I hold the dumbbell in this like kind of perpendicular to my torso versus on our normal rows, I hold it more parallel to my torso. So that's a difference here as well. Elbow position, I just hold the dumbbell that way the whole time through. Reach, and row. Good. And rotate. All right, second half of set 3. Set the feet. 2, 1, and here we go. Excellent. Great rhythm. And then as always, whenever we're holding weight on one side of the body, again, as you start to get more fatigued, make sure you don't allow your torso to start to twist. Sometimes we'll twist towards the side that has the weight. Last one. And rest. Good job. Elbowing row, same side. Back half of set 3. 2, 1, here we go. Being patient and consistent. Lengthen through the neck to drive that elbow nice and high out to the side. Awesome. Great range of motion. And 2, 1, and rest. All right. Final 30-second rest, and we'll be back for our 4th and final round. Got one more circuit after this. We do have a little bit more leg work in the final circuit, either lunges, or if you have something you can step up onto, we'll do step ups. So keep that in mind. If you want to take this last round of squats off, you can. Otherwise, starting in 5. Set the feet, and here we go. If you're feeling good, feeling chipper and springy today, you can even pick up the pace on this 4th round here. You got to individualize it to you. Keep your ego out of the mix. More is not always better. Sometimes more rest is better, not always more intensity. Last one, and rest. Good job. Final elbowing row on this side of the body. Go ahead and take that position. And here we go. Reach down, drive up. seen it a lot when people want to lose body fat, they want to lean out, get kind of pulled into the idea that you need higher intensity. And you know, that might be true to a degree, but then so often I feel that is short-lived. People will have some results and then they kind of hit a wall. It's not sustainable because the body can't handle too much intensity for too long. Last one, and rest. All right, opposite side of the body. And then sometimes when you learn to rest, do things that are a little bit more relaxing in nature, that's when you start to lose that body fat. 3, 2, 1, here we go. That doesn't mean you sit on the couch all the time, but you go out for walks, stretching, breathing exercises. So a lot of times we're holding on to excess fat on our body because we have too much stress. Our body fat has been there for generations for protection in case we go into starvation. We need it for our reserves. That's not really the issue anymore. And rest. Especially in our culture, we have plenty of food on reserve. All right, final elbowing row. 2, 1, here we go. So sometimes what our body needs is not more stress with more intensity, but more relaxation. So it has a chance to recover and it has a chance to know, hey, I don't need to hold on to this body fat. Good. That chin pulled in. Final 10 seconds. And everybody rest. Woo! All right, nice work. Going to come on up. Let's do a little cross body stretch from a lunge position. So let's take your right foot, step it back. Take your right hand onto your left shoulder, kind of pull it across the body just to get a nice little stretch on the outer part of the shoulder. And now we'll open those hips at the same time. Shift it forward and rotate to your front leg. About neck long, shoulder down. It's pretty subtle, but just stretching out the outside of the shoulder just a little bit here. And front side of the hip. Good, release those arms down. Reach those arms up. Bend that right arm, chin in. We'll add a tricep side bend to it. So front of the ribs down, bending it to the side. Breathe into center. Exhale as you go to that little gentle side bend. 2 to 3 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. 1 more. And shake it out. Good job. Same thing other side. Opposite leg back, starting with the arm across the body. Hugging that elbow in, shifting the hip, rotating on this one. Rotate back, rotate forward. Turn the head as well, peering over that right shoulder. 1 more time. Shift it back, shift it forward, and turn the torso. Very good. Add the tricep side bend on that side. Ribs down, arm up, bend, reach, and gently take it to the side. Still giving some attention to that back hip, gently shifting it forwards, trying to squeeze that glute. Good, couple more. And rest. All right, awesome. Water drink. We have 4 exercises on our next piece. First one's gonna be for a minute. If you have something that you can step up on, we'll do a box step up. You can step up onto a chair, or you can do a lunge. If you don't feel comfortable to lunge all the way down, reverse giant step. Okay. Then we'll come into a Renegade row or a plank row. If you have weights you can sport on, we'll be in a plank, rowing the elbows up, or just lifting the hand up and down. Then we'll roll over onto our backs, 1 minute of sit-ups, roll back over, 45 seconds of a bear crawl. We'll have 15 seconds in between each exercise, and I'm gonna take you through 3 rounds. All right. I'm going to kind of talk us through the cues of the step up as we move. On the lunges, any of you have done those with me before, but we're just going to step back. If you don't want to bring the knee all the way down, just as far as you're comfortable, if you are going to bring that knee down, front shin vertical, drive through the heel. But I'm going to start on the step ups. So have your weights into position for what you want to use for your Renegade row if you are going to use weights. And if you need a mat at all for your sit-ups, you recommend make sure you're not going to rub your tailbone on anything. All right, we're going to start in 15 seconds. If you're not quite ready, if you're not sure what we're doing, just join us when you are. Either step-ups or the lunge. 3, 2, 1, here we go. So if you're doing the step-ups, full foot on your box, ideally, coming down on the same side, and then we switch. So those of you doing lunges, you're alternating legs, up and down. Similar to a lunge, we want to pay attention to that knee position. So we don't want that knee to drop in. We also don't want it to shoot forward. Tall chest, control down. Nice. And these can be weighted as well, just depending upon your comfort with it. That's 30 seconds. Some common things I see on the step-ups that aren't ideal, people will come all the way. Sorry, I didn't say it well. They won't come all the way up. So they'll kind of come part way up, put the other foot down, and then extend. The whole intention here is to get that full hip extension on one leg, and then the other comes down to meet it. Good. 10 seconds left. Fully extend, and then down. And you can think about that on your lunge as well as you're pulling through. Stand tall, and then step your other foot forward. 2, 1, and rotate. Good. 15 seconds. Renegade rows are next. Feet nice and wide to hold that base of support. And here we go. Chin in, elbow high. Trying to have as little shift as possible between the hips and shoulders. You can also do this from the knees. Good. First 15 seconds. We're going for 45 here. But if you start to lose that midline, if the hips start to drop, low back wants to extend, recommend resting. That's 30 seconds. You can always shorten the interval just a bit as needed to maintain good movement patterns. And 2, 1, and rest. All right. We're gonna go right into our sit-ups. Rolling it over, feet flat on the ground. You're gonna lie flat, arms reach overhead. 2, 1, here we go. Drive the arms and then think about sitting tall, chin in. Good. Control back, drive up. And if you want, you can kind of butterfly the knees a little bit and see if you can reach the hands to the heels without losing that posture. So sit tall, touch the heels, very good. Pull that belly button in as you roll back. Try to kind of roll back, you know, it goes quick, but like one segment at a time, back and down, and then sitting tall. Good, we're halfway through, 30 seconds left. Wonderful. First of 3 rounds. After these sit-ups, we're gonna come on over to all fours for a bear crawl. Beautiful. 1 to 2 more reps. And rest and rotate. Good job. So coming on to all fours. For this bear crawl, we want to really be nice and intentional here. So not going for speed. Wide handprint. You're going to start with the hands and knees on the ground. When you're ready, you're just going to gently lift the knees about 1 or 2 inches off the ground, and then it's like a slow motion bear crawl. Left hand, right foot, left hand. Pushing through the ground on your support hand, lifting it up, moving together. Just depending upon your space, you'll go forward, and then when you're ready, push through the palm of your hand, begin to bring it backwards. If you do it right, it gets really challenging. Breathe as you move. Feel that midline fire. And we're also firing our brain, right and left side, talking to each other. Bear crawl, really good. Keep that brain working well. Exercise and diet, some of the main pieces that go into Alzheimer's prevention and a lot of disease prevention. All right, we're almost there, 10 seconds. They've shown now that upwards of 95% of all diseases can be prevented with lifestyle. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, fantastic. We're gonna take 30 seconds. We'll be back to the lunge or the step up. Set 2. That research is a pretty big deal because even when I was in school, they were still believing that our genes dictated a lot of our fate for our genetics and our disease processes. All right, either lunging or box step-ups. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Set 2 of 3. We're alternating legs here. Use that first round as a little bit of a warm-up. Depending on how that intensity felt to you, either maintain that or turn it up just a slight notch. Nice full hip extension, standing tall, other leg comes to meet. Awesome, that's halfway, 30 seconds in. Feel free to rest there if your legs are really shaking, starting to talk to you. Concerned that you might be overly sore next couple of days. It's always great when you know you did something, but ideally I don't want you to struggle through your everyday living. And 3, 2, 1, rest and rotate, Renegade Rows. Excellent. All right, going in 3, 2, 1, and begin. Elbow high. Think about bringing that shoulder blade down so you're not shrugging that shoulder up and into the ear. So instead of bringing the dumbbell like straight up to my shoulder, it's almost like I bring the top of the dumbbell towards my shoulder, my hand about mid-torso, pretty even with the shoulder blade. Good. Looks great. That's halfway, 30 seconds in. Had a bird fly right over my head. Whew. Awesome, 15 seconds. Oh, sorry, I'm taking you through 45. 2, 1, and rest. That was 50. Almost took you a full minute on those Renegade Rows. Sit-ups are next. Roll on over. 2, 1, and begin. And also here you can start to move a little bit faster. You can think about sitting quick. Breathe as you sit. And you can either think about pushing yourself back or still go a little bit slow on the down. A lot of times you don't realize that we do build strength on the lowering portion as well as the up. Good work. 30 seconds in, 30 seconds to go. And we'll take it over for our bear crawl. Sit up. Sit into that posture that you'd like in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Training for life. Good, maybe one more. And rest, fantastic. Coming on to all fours, bear crawl, second round. Nice wide handprint. 2, 1, here we go. Knees just barely off the ground. Left hand, right foot, right hand, left foot. I'm just taking little steps here. Looks great, good. Keeping those hips low. Kind of the most common fault I see on these, so like people shooting their hips really high. So stay low. Does make your legs burn a little bit more. Forward and back. Wonderful. We're over halfway. Keep pushing nice and strong through the floor, especially on that backwards crawl. Fantastic. Final 10 seconds. And 2, 1, and there's our rest break. Awesome job. We've got one more round, everyone. We'll take 30 seconds, we'll be back to it. Okay. Feel free to hold weights on your step-ups or lunges, if that's best for you. Going in 10. 3, 2, 1. If you're on those step ups, try to get that heel onto your surface as well. Driving through that heel, extending the hip, down and controlled. Nice. There you go. First 20 seconds. Halfway through, that's 30. 40, 20 seconds left. Nice, good positionings, Kathy, looks great. Keep it going, 10 seconds. 2, 1, and rotate. Coming over to Renegades. All right. Go ahead and come on into position. And when you're ready, chin in. I'll remember it's 45 this time, not a minute. So keep just a little play through those elbows. You don't want to sit into those joints. Good, there's 20 seconds. Halfway right now. Fantastic. And try not to let that dumbbell pull your hand down. Control that dumbbell. See if you can like set it down softly. Final 10 seconds. 2, 1. Taking it back for sit-ups. All right, lay back, reach those arms up. And when you're ready. 1 minute here, and we'll finish with a minute of bear crawl as well. Final round, might as well give ourselves that extra 15 seconds. Good, first 15. Consistent breathing as you move here. Yep, there we go, good posture. Think about having a line straight up from those sit bones, chin in, head neutral. You see a lot of this forward head posture when people start to get fast with sit-ups. 20 seconds. Good, a couple more. And there's our rest. Excellent. Making our way onto all fours for our final bear crawl. If you're feeling good for it, like I said, I'll take you through 1 full minute. Nice wide handprint. On all fours, knees slightly lifted, and here we go. Nice controlled movements. Opposite hand, opposite foot. Head neutral, looking straight down at those hands. I've got my eye on the time. First 15 seconds done. Awesome. Woo. There's 30 seconds. Keep that breathing going. Legs are really starting to talk to me. And that midline. You didn't realize that crawling took so much midline work. 15 seconds. Babies crawl before they walk, not just for their motor development, but also for their brain development. So the older we get, the more beneficial it is to revisit that. All right, everyone, there's our minute. Woo! Nice work. Shake out those arms. A nice little cool down stretch here. Alternating which arm's on top. You can circle the arms without slapping anything. Circle them around. Again, alternating that top arm. A couple more. Very Good, then we're gonna reverse directions. If you were going backwards, take it forwards. If you're going forwards, take it back. We'll go 4 times here. Again, alternate that up arm, top arm. And wonderful. All right, we're gonna go our little sequence here for the cool down. Down dog, we'll extend that trail leg, swing it forward into pigeon, bring it around for seated twist. And same thing on the other side. It's a nice wide handprint. We'll start with down dog, chin in, drive those hips high, opening the mid back. When you're ready, I'm gonna start with my left leg and engage the glute, extend it back and behind, and then we'll swing it forward. Square yourself the best you can for pigeon. Pigeon's a no-go for you. You can always roll over on your back for figure 4. Spend about 30 to 45 seconds here so you can stay tall, you can come low. Center that breathing so now it starts to calm the system down. If you're up for grabbing that trail leg, you can take the right hand to the right foot. 15 seconds left here. Make sure you don't twist that knee around. Good. If this has you in tears trying to do it, just let it go. Don't do it. Revisit it another time. 2, 1, and release that back leg. From here, you're gonna sit onto your left hip and swing that back leg around for seated twist. So sitting tall up out of the spine, hug that leg in. Gently turn the head, looking over the right shoulder. If you'd like to go a little bit deeper here, you can take that right hand, curl those fingers around, work that left arm around on the right thigh. Probably can't see it, but there's this giant yellow butterfly that's kind of making its way through the backyard. Looking over your shoulder, a couple more breaths here. And gently release. Coming out of that, you should have been hugging in your right leg. We're gonna make our way back into down dog, and now we'll take the right leg up and back and forward into pigeon. This will be our last main down dog here. So take your time in it, getting a good opening through that mid back. And we'll give the calves a little attention on this one, walking out those heels. And then when you're ready, right leg extends up and back, fire that glute. You can point that toe nice and long and then swing it forward. Square those hips and shoulders. Very nice. We come on low to start. Now that head forward. You want to come up a little bit higher. Option to grab the trail leg. 20 seconds left. Good. A couple more breaths here. And when you're ready, release that trail leg, sit onto that right hip, and then swing the left leg around. Good twist. Turn the head as you hug it in. Walk those hands around. You can work that elbow against the knee. Good. Stay tall. Turn the eyes. 2 more breaths and we'll come out of it. Very good. Gradually release. Gonna make our way into child's position. We'll go a little thread the needle for the shoulders to finish. Toes together, knees divide. But let's first drop into a traditional child's position. Hands down, hips back, lower that head down. Taking a few breaths there, we'll come back to all fours and we'll take the right hand, palm up, and gently thread your noodle or needle underneath that left arm, lowering that shoulder down, and walk that left hand around. I'm just gonna notice the hips, can square the hips best you can, feel some openings, not just through the shoulder, but through the lower body as well. Good, 10 more seconds here. And go ahead and come on out. Very nice. Same thing, opposite side. All fours, slide that hand under. Great time to relax those eyes closed. Take about another 10 seconds here. And gradually come out. Very nice. Couple more finishers. We're going to open up those inner thighs. So back to all fours. Let's start with your left leg, kicking it straight out to the side. And then you're going to gently rock the hips back to the heel. Get out a little side stretch with the upper body if you'd like, reaching your left hand across to the right side. We'll rock it forward, rock it back, anywhere between 3 and 5 times here. And when you're ready, same thing, opposite leg. Walk it in, kick it out. And notice here, I'm trying not to come up on the side of my, inside of my foot, but try to keep the whole pad of the foot down. Rocking it back, option to reach your right arm across the left side. Add a little gentle side reach with it. 1 or 2 more times here. All right, and then the last one, I'll just kind of leave you here on all fours, knees together, and we'll just gently rock this hip side to side. Pull that belly button in, dropping the hips to one side and across to the other. Good. And then, you know, whatever else feels good, maybe a couple of cat-cow, cat-camel, rounding and opening through that mid-back. This is your permission slip. If you're not good at taking time for yourself to roll over onto your back, spend some time breathing, just kind of calming your mind, thinking about what you have next in your day. Drink plenty of water, eat some vegetables, be safe and healthy this weekend, and we hope to see you next time.